Stop for a second and face the truth. The decisions you're calling safe in the middle of this crisis are actually a trap that's canceling your momentum. Are you doing this right now? Praying for a financial miracle while avoiding your banking app because you're terrified of the balance? Declaring abundance while ignoring collection letters and only paying the minimums? Many of us are unintentionally blocking our progress because of these blind spots. If you recognize them, you can break the cycle. If you ignore them, you'll stay stuck in this season for a long time. Listen to me. This isn't just about inflation. This is a strategy test. God isn't training you to merely survive. He's training you to reclaim your momentum and govern it. And if you feel overwhelmed, remember, you aren't weak. You're missing a blueprint. God is not ashamed of you. He loves you enough to lead you out of the fog today. And the first decision is the one most people call smart. During a crisis, many people make a choice they call safe, using debt to breathe. You use credit cards like an emergency fund. You pay the minimums like a monthly ritual. You use buy now, pay later for things you can't actually afford. And you tell yourself, I just need to get through this month. But listen, minimum payments are not a plan. They're the system's way of keeping you in a permanent loop. Proverbs 22:7 says it plainly. The borrower is slave to the lender. Debt doesn't just cost money. It costs options. When you rely on debt to survive, you aren't just paying interest. You're paying with your freedom to make decisions. Immediately after this video, do 3 things. Freeze new debt for the next 30 days. No new loans. No new charges. No new balances. Write down every debt, its interest rate and its minimum payment. Pick one debt to attack first, either the smallest for momentum or the highest interest for math. Just pick one. This is order, and order creates momentum. Once you start bringing order to your debts, fear will shift into a different form. It will tempt you to hold on to everything you have left. Our instinct during a shortage is to freeze everything. But in the kingdom, seed is not just money. It's value, skill, and obedience in motion. The principle is clear. Protecting your essentials is wise, but freezing your seed is starving your future. If you stop learning new skills or stop creating value because you're afraid, you're eating the seed of next year's harvest. To seed is not pressure, it's a plan. A wise farmer might cut back on his own meals, but he never eats the bag of seed. In a crisis, protect your essentials first, then protect your seed. But listen, you can manage your seed perfectly, and it still won't sprout in a vacuum. That leads us to a barrier that sounds like self-respect, but is actually a prison. The natural reflex during a hard time is to withdraw because of shame. But in the kingdom, miracles never happen in isolation. Look at the widow in 2 Kings 4:3. The prophet told her to go outside and borrow jars from her neighbors. Ask for space, access, and guidance, not cash. Your breakthrough is hidden in the jars, the relationships. You haven't borrowed yet. Don't let your ego keep you imprisoned in lack. Today, send 3 messages. Ask for advice or an opportunity, but do not ask for money. When you open your heart to external connections, the next test is what you do when you're alone. This is where many hide under the cloak of faith to cover another truth. Too many people use the phrase, "I'm waiting on God's timing," as an excuse to stand still. True rest is absolute peace while your hands are operating at full capacity. Proverbs 22:29 says, "Diligence puts you before kings." God moves through skill, discipline, and consistency. God cannot steer a ship that is anchored at the dock. Choose one skill that can increase your income. Spend 60 minutes a day for the next 7 days practicing it. No excuses. However, diligent action isn't enough if you still hold a distorted view of yourself. You can change habits, but if you don't change identity, you'll keep returning to the starting line. So if your mouth is still saying, "I've never been good with money," or "My family has always been in lack," you're blocking your breakthrough with your identity. Proverbs 23:7 confirms it. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You cannot enter abundance while still carrying a slave mindset that's obsessed with survival. Replace the sentence, "I lack," with this: "I am learning how to govern, one step, one number at a time." Once you know who you are, the next enemy is perfectionism. We get stuck waiting for an ideal time that was actually granted to us long ago. Don't wait for the market to stabilize or for you to have enough capital to step into the vision. The Jordan only parted when the priest's feet touched the water. If you wait for everything to be safe, you will never need faith. And without faith, it is impossible to please God. Don't wait for the crisis to end to take action. Take action to end your own crisis. In the next 24 hours, take one imperfect but real action. Apply for a position, call a client, or publish your first offer, even if it's simple. Finally, remember, a step of faith can create a miracle, but only a strong system can keep that miracle there for the long haul. Are you living in a cycle of making money just to pay this month's bills? God doesn't just want to help you pay one bill. He wants to end that cycle. True breakthrough comes when you change your financial architecture. If you get a raise or a tax refund, but keep the same patchwork system, that money will disappear. God doesn't just bless people. He blesses the containers He can trust. Build your system today. Set auto-pay for at least the minimum so you never miss and never pay late fees. Set aside the smallest amount possible the moment you receive income. Spend 20 minutes a week looking at the numbers with God and with your spouse if applicable. And when you can, attack one debt at a time. Don't spread your resources too thin and burn out. Do not look at this crisis as your enemy. Look at it as a refiner's furnace where God is burning away the slave mindset to prepare you for a new position. Breakthrough is not a lottery. It is a legacy of right decisions. God didn't train you to fail. He trained you to govern. Father, I pray that every spirit of fear and every loss of momentum be broken right now. Grant the person watching this video the wisdom to reestablish financial order with truth, discipline, and peace. I declare, the fog is lifted. Order begins. Wisdom increases. Peace returns to their home. Amen. Are you ready to reclaim your momentum today? If so, comment, "I am a kingdom steward." And don't let this flow stop. Share this video with someone you are fighting for. I'll see you on the other side of this.